Hello, good evening, and welcome to this evening's Friday night lockdown improv isolation anniversary special. Here's my little slightly pathetic fireworks explosion. There we go. It is 1 year. There we go, another blast. That's about as much digital confetti as I managed to render before the show. But it is our 1 year anniversary of doing this show. Thank you so much for tuning in. A year ago, the theatres closed and our entire industry closed overnight, and all of us who make our living from theatrical things ended up doing this kind of thing. And you have been kind enough to tune in and watch us. Thank you very much. And a particular thank you to those of you who've joined us for many, if not all, of our 28 episodes of Isolation over the last year. You are wonderful. Thank you for supporting the show. As you know, those of you who've watched before, this is completely improvised, and you can give your suggestions in the comments feed for whatever you would like to see during the show this evening. You can give us characters, you can give us things and places and stuff and plot twists and musical styles and all of that, and we will incorporate some of them, probably. I'm delighted to have two amazing guests. That's right, two amazing guests this week. Our first guest for me to introduce is a musical guest. So this week we have a brand new, ladies and gentlemen, guest on keys. So joining us for tonight is Mr. Chris Ash. Chris, can you give us a little tinkle and check that you are connected to us? Beautiful, lovely. Chris is there. He'll be joining us and doing a live underscore for this evening, and you can throw some suggestions his way as well. And I'm also delighted to be joined by my long-standing showstopper colleague, the wonderful Ali James. Ali, how are you doing?
Hi, Andrew. I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Absolute pleasure. Now, Ali, as you can probably already see, we've got loads of comments in the feed already. What are you, before we look at them, what are you excited about improvising? What kind of thing inspires you in terms of making up stories?
Well, as well, you know, I'm a fan of space-themed stories, and I also like a bit of the supernatural, so really feeling like I've landed on my feet here. Often when we're backstage at Showstopper, if we get these kind of suggestions, you and I might have a little, whoa, this will be fun together. So I'm glad that we're in this together. It'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. On which note, let's have a little look. Is there any that's caught your eye so far that you've seen?
Well, the Haunted Mansion sounds amazing. This whole ghost hunter theme sounds brilliant.
Nice.
And you know, the ballroom dancers kind of conjures up images of that haunted house at Disney World, doesn't it, with the amazing spectral ballroom? So I think that'd be brilliant.
Amazing. Disney being one of your other great passions in life.
Yes, I've ticked it on my spotlight as Disney know-all.
Amazing. Also, just seen Josh Hard suggests mind control duct tape. Amazing.
Yeah.
Just pumped out.
Ghostbusters might need that. Yeah.
Great, lovely. Ali, so we've got a sort of spacey or supernatural theme common in the comments so far. Is there any comment or mashup of comments that you think would make a nice title for this evening's show, Ali?
Oh, have a look. Perhaps the Stanley and Babs. That sounds great.
Nice. Stanley Babs, is that the title?
Yeah, Claire Westwood, Stanley and Babs. Lovely idea.
Okay, I'd like you to fill for a few seconds while I type in the words Stanley and Babs.
Great. Well, yeah, it's exciting to be on screen with Andrew tonight. Usually when we're on screen together, we're doing the Showstopper Kids show, where we might be playing sort of pilot pigs or pickles that commentate derbies. So it's going to be nice to find out what we do when we're just us with suggestions from adults. Not that I'm suggesting they shouldn't be childlike and fun, of course.
Absolutely. We never know how many pickled pigs might appear in this evening's show, but I have succeeded in typing in, and we're going to start with all of those suggestions in mind, with space and haunted mansions and all of those things. We're going to start tonight's story, Stanley and Babs. So, Mr. Christopher Ash, if you'd care to start this evening's overture. This is Isolation episode 28, Stanley and Babs. Incredible,
Thank you.
Babs.
Oh, well, thank you so much for seeing me, Mr. Hendricks. I didn't think you'd be able to do one of these consultations online. It's so wonderful to meet you, a paranormal investigator.
Babs. Don't you worry. I have a long history in sniffing out the supernatural, be it online, be it out of line, be, like most spirits, completely out of line. I'll sniff them, and all, as you know, for a reasonable fee.
Oh, well, you are a businessman and a half. I've read all your reviews, and if there's one thing my Stanley was, it's out of line. I mean, he was a naughty fellow, as well you know.
Don't I just? It's not often, Babs. It's not often that in my professional capacity I'm called upon to investigate a deceased gentleman that I knew on a personal level, you understand?
Well, Mr. Hendricks, you and Stanley go way, way back, and I remember having you round for tea, and then the two of you would toddle off to this job or that job, and I'd never really get to ask any questions.
Well, you know, we had secretive business dealings, but you know that's how you made your fortune. That's why you live in the mansion you now occupy.
Yes, up on the top of Green Hill. Oh, Green Hill is such a beautiful place. Lakes forever, trees as high as the sky. And now, on my own there, I feel like I'm rattling around like a bag of bones.
Oh, that must be very hard for you, Babs.
It is, Mr. Hendricks. When you loved a man like Stanley for as long as I did, gee, it's hard being a solo act.
Yeah, I can imagine. All you have are your millions of dollars to keep you company and that beautiful view across the lake.
That's right. The vaults with the thousands of dollars and the water that goes on forever. I remember when we were young, and it felt like there was nothing we couldn't do. I remember those days out in the sun, moving into Green Hill. Gee, what a view. And those rooms now seem empty, and that bed now seems cold. I wonder if this seems a story of old. Can you relate? Do you know what it's like to be alone, with no one to share your home?
I've been alone now for so long, so many years. Night times on my bed of dollars, mopping up my tears. And now that Stanley's bid the dust, my business partner's gone away. I'm just a lonely paranormal investigator every day.
Do you think we could try reaching out to him? We both miss him.
Well, I think it's what Stanley would have wanted, isn't it, Babs?
You're right, Mr. Hendricks, you're right.
Well, it's unusual to do it over this kind of medium, but as I said, I hunt out spirits in any capacity, and you just make the usual bank transfer. Then we could get started as soon as tomorrow at midnight.
Of course. $150,000 being wired to your account.
Plus VAT.
$157,000 being wired to your account right now.
Thank you, Babs. Yes. Well, I have another client, so I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, my dear, but tomorrow at midnight it is.
Tomorrow at midnight. I'll be waiting. Did you get the money, Maximilian?
Did I ever?
And she's meeting you tomorrow, the stupid twit.
That's right, at the stroke of midnight. I fobbed her off with all the usual nonsense.
Using that American accent again. They always go for that.
Well, you know, this one I've known for quite the number of years. She's never cottoned on.
Yes, certainly got her trust. Not going to flake out on me, are you, Maximilian?
Hey, when have you ever known me not make money for our operation, Sarah?
I'm wondering if I can truly trust you.
What are you implying?
This is a huge amount of money, the biggest we've ever gone for. The biggest coup, the biggest trick. And surely there has to be some insurance policy for me.
Come on.
Send me half of the money, Maximilian. Send me half of the money.
How dare you? $157,000. That's 150 plus VAT, which, as we know, is currently about 2% or something.
That's right. Current rate.
That's the current US legislation, yes. And I brought that in this afternoon. How can you not trust me?
Fine. If anything goes wrong, it'll be your neck.
I'm willing to take that risk, Sarah.
Maximilian Hendricks, you signed on the dotted line and committed to this company. And I'll thank you to remember that. Don't go falling into any of her romantic trap.
Look, you can trust me, and I know what you do to people who double-cross you, Sarah, so believe you me, I'd never get on the wrong side of you.
Good. Remember Charlie McGregor? Now Stubby. Remember
Yes.
Roger McPherson, now Toothless? Remember Simon McGough, the bloodless man?
How could I forget?
Don't let the same thing happen, Hendricks. Don't let that happen to you.
Babs,
Well, here we are. It's midnight here at Green Hill House.
of course, it's midnight here as well, because I'm very much in the same country as you.
That's right. A transatlantic middle ground.
Turn off your light. That looks the same as before you turned it off.
It was off already. The lights go on and off here. That's what makes me think Stanley's here. It's his presence.
Of course. Okay. You know the incantation?
Yes, of course. Stanley, are you there? Reach out, dear.
And I just say you have the best hats, Babs.
Thank you, I'm very rich. Oh, there he is again. It's like Morse code.
Yes. Yes, I think he's breaking through on this side as well. Okay. His spirit is close. Babs, his spirit is very close. Stanley, sorry, remind me of the incantation again.
Stanley, are you there? Reach out, dear.
Stanley, are you there? Reach out, buddy. Stanley, are you there? Reach out. Stanley.
Oh!
Whoa.
The wind's picking up over here.
Oh, God. You're close. You're close, Stanley, are you there? Stanley, are you there? Stanley, are you there? Stanley.
Stanley, my love. Oh, Stanley, you look terrible. What is it? What are you trying to say? Oh, Stanley, reach out to me across the void. Oh, my love, what's happening to you? I feel so helpless.
Don't trust him!
Don't Rusty.
Don't trust him!
Don't Mustard. What did you say?
No, don't trust him! He means no good!
Don't trust him. Don't trust Hendrix. Hendrix, bring him back. I want to talk to him again.
I think he must be gone, Babs. Just some, ectoplasmic, interference, no doubt. Nonsense. Sometimes people on the other side talk nonsense.
I don't know about this. I don't know if I want this relationship to continue. He told me not to trust you, and I love him. I did then, and I do now.
Babs. You know well that sometimes things on the other side are not as clear as they might be. Now, let us just take a moment and parse what that message might mean.
What's Stanley's message?
Well, I mean, is there anybody in your life at the moment that has wronged you that you can trust? Not including a dear old friend, of course.
Yes, the Butlers omelets aren't what they used to be, but I just thought it was sad, you know? It was off his game.
Of course, the Butlers. That makes perfect sense. Don't trust the Butlers. Have you found anything going missing? A small change? One of your collection of amazing hats?
Well, yes, a couple of my trilbies that I kept from when Stanley was alive have gone missing recently, and I can't put my hands on my old baseball cap from when I used to play Little League.
Well then, surely our dear old friend Stanley couldn't possibly have been warning you against little old me, but trying to protect your collection of hats. Those dear trilbies. Huh?
I do miss him. And my chapeaus from Paris. And my hats from Chile. The fedoras.
You know what I'd suggest, Babs?
What?
I think we ought to come back for another session. I think I don't want you to feel anything less than satisfied, huh? What do you think?
Well, 157,000 is a lot of money.
Well, a second consultation would be double that, I'm afraid.
Double 157,000?
Yes, that's right. Double the whole figure, not just double the VAT. Yes, that's even better. Yes, it would be double 157,000.
Oh, that's $33,114,000?
$314,000. That's right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to manage that. I mean, I just want to talk to my Stanley again.
And of course, you understand I would never take money from my dear old friend unless it was an integral part of the process.
I may have to sell a few of my hats, I guess.
Oh, Babs, my heart bleeds. That makes me feel so sad, but there's a chance. There's a chance that we won't be lonely, that we won't cry into our beds of dollars at night. If there's a chance that we can reach out through the void and put our fears aright. And if there's a chance that dear old Stanley can reach out to us once more, well, that dear old Babs, it seems to me, is what a couple of dollars is meant for.
Every hat that I hold has a story, but I'll lay it on the line. You hold my darling, my one and only. I'd give up every single dime. I'll give you over all my money and more profits to boot. I just want to see my sweet love and can't give up on him now.
Tomorrow? Midnight?
Tomorrow at midnight.
Look, Sarah, it didn't go as smoothly as I had expected.
Oh, stop blathering! Stop blathering! I haven't got long. I'm about to go into the casino.
Look, okay, well, there's another, well, $314,000 in the account.
Good.
That's the good news.
Good. You're doing well with her then. Swindling her like a good 'un, as we say.
The trouble is, Sarah, and I don't quite know how to put this. It happened for real.
I mean, it happened for real.
I mean, we said the incantation. I did the strobe light. I set the wind machine off in her mansion, having prepaid the butler to do so to create a little, ectoplasm, and and then he appeared.
Who did? Oh, the butler dressed up.
Stanley. He warned her not to trust me.
It's impossible.
Yes,
You don't
you think I
actually
know
have
that?
the powers.
I'm very well aware of that. We've been running a successful multi-million-dollar scam for the entirety of our professional lives, Sarah. I've been living complete double existence, putting on a fake accent and conning rich Americans out of money, and I swear, you really appeared.
Impossible. You must be making it up. You must be losing your confidence or something, or... You can't actually reach people, Hendrix. It doesn't happen, all right?
I'm telling you that I can, and it does.
Come back to me when you've got more money. From here on in, you're on your own.
Sarah, come on. I'm just trying to be open and honest with you here.
Put 50,000 on red.
Sarah! Okay. Are you, ready to try again, Babs? You look so different without your hat.
I feel different. I feel like a different woman. Exposed. Nervous.
Look, let's go for it. Same deal as always, you know the words.
I know the words. Stanley, are you there? Reach out, dear.
Seems quiet so far. Maybe that was just a one-off last night. Okay, let's try again harder. Stanley.
Are you there? Reach out, dear.
Stanley, are you there? Stanley, are you there? Ah. Yes, I think...
It's happening!
I think we've made contact. Stanley! Are you there? Stanley! Are you there? Stanley! Are you there? Stanley! Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
I see you!
Are you there?
You just got around your neck! Why, Stanley? My love, tell me what to do. I've lost everything.
Not Stanley tonight.
Where's Stanley? What horrible creature?
Stanley is in the underworld. He was having some cake, so I came.
No. No. He would never eat cake. Only his mother's fruitcake. How would he get that in the underworld anyway? Why are you here?
I seek one who I was married to.
Oh, foul beast. Who?
Where is Sarah?
Sarah? I don't know Sarah. Who are you talking about? Sarah who?
Whoa! No, Speast, no, Vision. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, so leave us alone. I don't like what's happening here.
I have message for Sarah.
Well, I'll find her as long as you bring Stanley back. Tell me the message. I'll pass it on to her.
Your days are numbered. You're up operation is flawed. Your money is like a fountain of misbegotten memories and shall
I can't
drain.
even do VAT.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Okay, something about your days are numbered and you don't have enough money.
Sorry. I should have made it simple. That's a thing. You have so long in the afterlife thinking of a message, and then you forget about its readability and its transmissibility to the living.
When you need to go to the bathroom real bad, you're at a service station, you can't go. I know that feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah, I'm watching you.
Hey, that I can remember. Thank you. Yes, Sarah, you're being watched by a red beast from the beyond. Okay, I got that. Right. Oh, Stanley! Oh, Hendrix, I gotta get this message to this Sarah character, whatever she is. You know a Sarah? Do you know a Sarah?
No. I mean, no. Excuse me. No. Have no idea about that whatsoever.
Mr. Hendrix, have you taken too many painkillers or something? Your voice has gone all British. What are you, Dick Van Dyke?
What am I? My apologies. What? Must have been a little after effect of the demonic possession there.
Okay, well, this is all going in the pile of don't trust Stanley. Don't trust Hendrix. Trust Stanley. So that pile is getting bigger, if you know what I mean, as my pile of money and hats is getting smaller, and I don't like that balance.
Babs. I don't know any Sarah. You don't know any Sarah. You know that the afterlife is difficult to control and tease, and looks like somewhere along the lines, maybe in your recitation of the incantation, which I have to say was a little bit more flustered than I would have liked. Maybe you got some ectoplasmic wires crossed and we summoned up someone who had nothing to do with us with an entirely irrelevant message. Does that sound plausible?
With a paranormal investigator, I guess.
Well, exactly. You know what I recommend, Babs?
Go ahead. What do you recommend for me?
Another session.
What am I gonna do? Sell my hair?
Well, if you have no more hats to sell, got a couple hiding?
See what I can do. Oh, jeez. All right, I'll see you next week at midnight.
You'll sell the hats and make the transfer. I'm afraid third time will be an increase.
$638, is it? $28?
$666,000.
Yes. I can make that. I'll find some way, somehow.
Remember.
How about you do something else for me? Like an add-on, an add-on at the till when you're in Maplin and you just want to get an HGTV and they're like, do you want to buy this SCART lead? And you're like, okay. Like that.
SCART lead, yes, I know all about VHS technology from the 1990s.
I want you to find for me Sarah.
I'll see what I can do.
You look worried. Something eating at ya?
Tomorrow at midnight?
Tomorrow at midnight. Monday it is.
To put it all on Blackwell's. Thank you.
Sarah, if I could just have your attention for a minute.
What is it? What is it? I'm just going through with a deal with a milliner's. What?
Deal with the milliners.
Yes, I've been doing topiary, I've been doing haberdashery, and now I'm into milliners. I'm diversifying what we spend our money on.
Hats, eh?
Yes.
Funny. I never knew you had diversified into hats, Sarah.
Yes, I have. Yes, I was doing matchboxes. Then I did some pocket watches for a while, horse racing, now haberdashers, topiary, and hats.
You never told me how you came to the company, Sarah.
Well, I inherited my position from my father.
Your father. Were you married once?
Long ago, for a short while. I don't see what this personal information has to do with our business.
Could I just indulge me? Is he still living?
No. Roger is not still living. We tried to work together for a while, and it didn't go according to plan.
Roger.
You know what happens.
American man, fond of poetic phrases and thinking too long about things that are difficult then to transmit to another person.
Yes, he would go on and on and on in the most obtuse way.
I saw him. And so did Babs.
Impossible. Roger's been dead for 9 years.
But I think, all a haze, I think I maybe even became him for a second. Like he spoke through me, but read.
Yes. He'd suffer with gout. Terrible drinker. Awful kidneys. He was a terrible, terrible man.
He said he's watching you.
Now, did he actually say that, or did he say something like that? Did he say something very, very long-winded that boiled down to that?
Yes, but that he boiled it down himself, actually. He said it very menacingly.
Okay, well, he has come somewhere then. Right, fine. Well, let him watch me. I don't care. I shall be watched by whoever I please.
Sarah,
what's going to happen?
You understand? First, Stanley came back for real, and now someone is sending you really quite intimidating messages. And I don't know what's really going on here. I've just been working for this company, just doing what you say for years, and I'm beginning to wonder whether we might be the bad guys.
Us? Bad guys? Don't be ridiculous.
A demonic laugh is really not going to persuade me that you're in it for the good, is it?
Well, perhaps I should stand here dressed as little Bo Peep. Would that please you? What's Roger going to do exactly? Reach up from the underworld and drag me down?
That is a disturbing thought. You think that's possible?
Of course I don't think it's possible. Poltergeists and spectral phantasms? Ridiculous. You're indulging yourself.
Okay. Well, as it happens, I have 666,000 in the account. You'll know what the full total is, I'm sure. I definitely remember.
Yes. Well, I'm glad the bank account is flourishing, because otherwise we'd be in trouble. And we don't want that, do we?
Tell me again why you're diversifying into hats, of all things.
I like hats. Hats remind me of people. They're characterful, and you can have a relationship with a hat. You don't have to be so alone.
Maybe I should let Babs off the hook and, just make an excuse. We've already got, enough money from her. Give her back the 666,000 and let's call it a day, eh? Hey, Sarah?
I'll tell you what you're going to do, Hendrix. You're going to bleed that little sucker for everything she has. You and I need that money. I can't have you flaking out on me now. Now go back and have another meeting with her. Do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Well, here I am. I cut my hair short. I sold Green Hill House. I let the butler go. I have nothing left.
Oh, Babs. Here we are again, ready for the seance. You look distraught.
I just want to see him one more time without that terrible demon on his shoulder. Did you find Sarah? Did you find her?
It's a difficult thing. Babs,
You seem torn. You're not yourself. What's going on? You can open up to me.
Babs, if I told you something, would you judge me?
Oh, never. You've seen my hats. I don't judge anything.
Would you judge me if I told you I told you I don't have any psychic ability? Would you judge me if I told you that I've never spoken to the undead before this week? Would you
But you did. You did. You reached out. We both saw him. We both saw Stanley. You do have the power.
Would you judge me if I told you that my whole professional life has been a lie and that I've been making money off unfortunate people like yourself for decades?
I mean, you're a crook?
Would you judge me if I told you yes, I'm a crook, and that the first time I seen a ghost was 3 midnights ago?
Pulling the wool over people's eyes all that time?
Not even a woolly hat, Babs.
Know what? My Stanley wasn't such a good guy. We both know that.
Well,
He had his foibles, he had his weaknesses, and made some pretty bad decisions along the way.
I mean, sure, he had his drinking and he had his gambling and he had, well, the mob connections.
This house, Green Hill House that we had, it wasn't totally legit the way we came by it. I loved him.
What are you saying, Babs?
Saying sometimes bad guys can be good, and good guys can be bad. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Maybe that's what happened to you, too.
Sarah's my boss. My boss, in fact, and this is my real voice. And she works for the company. She's never told me many more details. I just collect the money and then I wire half of it at the end of each con, and she's diversifying into hats.
Wait a minute. You're English. You have an English accent?
Yes, it's not even midnight over here. It's just a lighting effect I put on for the seance.
Hendrix. All these lies, all this deceit, but something just occurred to me. Something you said. The woman that's been buying my hats. she's British too. She video calls me on eBay, and she's been buying my hats up, and I've been giving the money to you, and then you're telling me you're working for her. I mean, what is all this?
Wait. So, I've been taking your money. That's been going back to the company, and then Sarah's been buying the hats off you in a that means the money's been coming back to you. How is any of this working, and why, Sarah?
Seems to me like Sarah's the one pulling the strings, not either of us.
Yes, she's far more in the know than I ever suspected. Perhaps I feel so sorry.
I was just gonna say that I think there's another person with a score to settle with her. I mean, he's scary and stuff, but he has a good sense of humor. Not all things are bad about a person.
What say we try one more seance with an invited guest?
I believe in you, Hendrix. You have the power to bring Stanley and whatever that thing is back again.
You sure? You really believe it?
I'll stand by your side. I believe in you.
It's like you're there for me. It's like I don't have to be lonely. It's like you're thinking the very thoughts before they etch themselves to my brain. It's like I'm reaching through the kind of ether, like there's two worlds coming into one. It's like I'm never lost as long as you're there.
And we're in this together. And I'll tell you something that's true. There's no one that I'd rather be standing next to or looking at than you.
And if you tell me I don't have to be alone, that I don't have to cry into my multi-million-dollar throne, then I will summon any demon that you see, as long as I can be there with you and you with me.
And if you tell me I don't have to be alone, no more standing in that huge echoing home, I'll take your hand and stretch across eternity, with you standing there next to me.
So, let's take one more seance. Let's take one more stride. Let's cross that valley, though it be 1,000,000 miles wide. Let's call up a dear old buddy Stanley and see what he has to decide. Let's speak one last time to the other side.
Stanley, are you there?
Stanley, are you there? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley, are you there?
Stanley.
Stanley, reach out, dear.
Stanley, reach out.
Reach out, dear.
Stanley. Stanley.
Stanley! Stanley, my love. Hendrix and I need your help more than ever. Please, tell us what to do. Is Sarah the person we need to find?
Sarah! put her on the call. Sarah!
I don't know if I can find my eBay password. Wait, it's somewhere here. All right, I'm calling her. I'm calling her.
Sarah!
Hello? Hello? Terrible line. Who's this? Roger?
Yeah, that's right.
Roger,
it's
is that
me? Yeah, that's right. It's me.
You terrible fiend. How on earth are you calling me on the eBay video call option?
Because I know that's the only platform you care to use on account of your money-grubbing way.
You horror. I thought I'd seen the last of you 9 years ago.
When you killed me!
Keep your voice down. I don't know who's said yes to these cookies.
Oh, the cookies are crumbling now, Sarah.
Leave me alone, you beast. I'm not scared of you.
I'm here too, Sarah. Stanley.
And Lee Hollingsworth. You pathetic little man. Still trapped.
Hey, come on, I'm a ghost. That's not fair. I'm a ghost. I'm scary. You can call me pathetic.
You both are. Pathetic little men. I'm not scared of either of you.
Oh. Well, that's where you're making the wrong decision, Sarah.
What's that? What's that, Robin? I can't breathe. This scarf, it's tightening.
I am reaching through the underworld. I command you. Tell these good people, tell Babs and Hendrix exactly what your game is.
Please, let me go. No, fine. Babs, I conned you out of those hats and I've been taking your money through Hendrix and it was all me. It was all me.
What? Sarah?
What? You did this? You awful woman. Why would you do such a thing?
To be honest, I just don't understand the economics of it. What have you got out of this? With just this circular motion of hats and money, and to what end? And what does Stanley and Roger have to... You killed Roger? And
I've been taking the VAT at a rate that's not the right rate on all my business deals. People just believe me when I say it's that much.
Of course. You've been creaming up the VAT money.
Please let me go.
Not so fast, Sarah. There's one piece of the puzzle left, isn't there? You should speak a lot nicer to Stanley. After all, he is your father.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. I let you down. I'm a terrible daughter.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I should say I love you unconditionally, but no, you really are a terrible daughter.
I'm sorry. The money spoke to me. And I got greedy.
So what's it to be, Sarah? Are we gonna reach through from the underworld and finish the deal? What's it to be?
I'll come clean. I'll tell them that I poisoned your whiskey, took the VAT, and let down my father. I'll come clean. Please.
Whoa. Looks like there are police sirens here already. I don't know who called them, but looks like you're
What?
going to jail.
No! Yes! I'll come clean. I'll do my time. I'm sorry. Whoa! See? You are powerful. Well done, Hendrix. You solved the problem.
I'm not sure it was all me, Babs. I think it might have been... I don't know. By myself, I've never had the power, you understand? We did it. Us two together. I feel so embarrassed I ever got connected with that crook, Sarah. Look, on her video feed looks like she's being carted off.
Riddance. Bad rubbish. And like I said, maybe even inside her there's a little bit of good. I mean, I really see that in you.
Really?
Never lose faith.
Really, Babs, do you think you can forgive me after everything that's gone on?
Forgive you? I could hug you and kiss you. You put me back in contact with Stanley. A very good friend, Hendrix.
Well, I guess, given Sarah bought all the hats back from you, you only lost the VAT in the end.
That's right. Which means I can value the house and maybe go on an amazing cruise around the world. Would you like to come with me? We could start again.
Really? I'd like nothing more. Babs, I don't want to be alone ever again. I don't want to communicate over these devices. I want to be in the real world. I want to be with you.
My hand, and step by step, we'll find a way.
Hold my hand, and step by step we'll lead again.
No more looking back, only forward to a brighter day.
And soon there'll be nothing to get in our way.
Together, hand in hand. Together, as we walk the sand.
Together, hand in hand.
Our future.
Yes, our future
Our future
will be grand. That was our story. Thank you, everybody. Oh, delightful. Thank you, Ali.
Thank you both. That was so much fun. It's so lovely to be with you.
What a joy. Let me bring Chris up. Chris, if you can unmute in Skype, then we can bring you there. Beautiful music there, Chris.
Hi, thank you. Beautiful
Yeah.
story.
I loved the you had some little wind chime bells during one of the seances. It was beautifully spooky.
Oh, yeah. Love those detuned wind chime bells.
It was so fun. I loved how homemade our seance was. You know, that we're all fully committed to it in our homemade way. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody watching it, could see you move the curtain in any way. It was completely by magic.
Oh, so funny. I was making some work today with another friend of ours, Justin from Showstopper, and I used this lamp to demonstrate where he would be in the scene, because we obviously can't be together. This lamp has had so much use. So yeah, it was really great fun. Thank you both.
Oh, what an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Chris. And thank you, all of you, for watching. Been a year, as we said at the top, since we started this show. And it's been just an absolute delight for me to connect with amazing people like Ali and Chris, like all across the world. Last week we had Amy Shostak as a guest, 5,000 miles away. Had Dhruv Lahumi over in India. I've had people all over the place. And it's just been an absolute joy in these, less than awesome times to be able to create some stuff and connect up with awesome people and carry on telling silly stories to make people laugh. And obviously, that's all because of you watching at home. And I just want to thank so much all of those people who watch the show every single time. It's so wonderful to see you appear in the feed and give your suggestions and see you laughing along and enjoying the show. So thank you so much to everyone who's watching live, everyone who catches up afterwards. It is just so nice that there are people who want to enjoy stupid made-up stories right now. And thank you, as always, to all of my patrons on Patreon. If you want to become my patron, the link's down there at the bottom of the video. Also, there's a link for a little PayPal feed. If you might have spent a couple of quid on this in a theatre, feel free to throw it into the hat there with our thanks. Next week, there won't be an isolation, but there will be a showstopper, the improvised musical. We've in fact got 2 performances next week on Friday and Saturday. All of the links are, I will share them on my page. So if you want to join us there, you can buy tickets for that. That is probably almost us. Chris, Ash, any final words before we go?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, it is both Isolation's birthday and my birthday on Monday. Alison, any words from you?
Yes, big love and celebrations to you, Andrew, for your birthday, and also to say an amazing achievement with all your work with Isolation. It's truly incredible. So thank you for inspiring us all.
Oh, thank you. That is very, very kind. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to you. That is our show. Take care, everybody, and good night.